January 20th. Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And there is a lot of snow out there this morning.
Yes, we are seeing snow, and a lot of the areas are unplowed, so definitely be careful when driving. We're looking to see heavy snow up until later this morning, and then it does start to taper off.
And as we saw, even after they do plow, it's slippery underneath.
Yes, it is slippery because it's not lake effect. It's going to be like a wetter type of snow, and we're around freezing, so it could be like really slick outside. So let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. On track with the forecast, the heaviest of snow is falling to the south and east of Utica. As you can see here, Otsego County, Shenango County, and then the southern part of Madison County are seeing the heaviest bands of snow right now. That is kind of moving up into the east of Utica, and then Mohawk Valley up north, not seeing as much as they are seeing it down south. So we will continue to see snow for the rest of this morning, and then it will start to taper off this afternoon and evening. But as you are heading out the door, definitely grab the brush, the ice scraper, maybe warm up the car to get things started. It's pretty chilly and breezy, hat and gloves, and you don't need your sunglasses for today because we will continue to see cloudy skies even when the snow does taper off. So snow this morning, definitely keep it slow on unplowed roadways, and it is a little bit slippery because it is going to be a wet type of snow. We will turn into lingering light showers through this afternoon and evening, but overall, the heavy snow does come to an end this morning. And looking ahead for this week, it does look like unsettled, wintry weather will continue. Looks like most of the days this week we will be seeing some type of snow. So for the rest of the day, the heavy snow will come to an end for the afternoon. Our temperature will continue to drop, and it is going to be breezy. I will be talking a little bit more about snowfall totals and additional snowfall coming up, Gary.
Anna, thank you. Let's get right to it now. Some local towns and villages have declared snow emergencies because of the storm. And those emergencies mean parking restrictions are in place. Right now in Ilion and the city of Oneonta, there is no parking on any streets. And in the village of Richfield Springs, anytime there is 3 inches of snow or more, there's no parking on any village street. So if you are on the street, you'll get a ticket. We'll keep an eye on things and pass along new information on local snow emergencies as well as parking restrictions and school closures on air and on our website at WKTV.com. Now this developed.
Welcome back. We are still seeing snow falling heavy south and east of Utica this morning. I did make an additional snowfall map that goes into effect at 6 a.m. this morning through the rest of the afternoon, looking at what we can see for the rest of the day. It does start to taper off this afternoon and lingering showers, just a few flurries this evening, but it looks like still the heaviest is going to fall south and east of Utica. We're looking at additional 2 to 4 inches and 1 to 2 inches for the rest of us. That is going to be including Utica, Rome, North Country, and the western portion. So this storm, the track of it is kind of going towards the south and the east, up towards the northeast because it is a nor'easter. The heaviest is falling to the south and the east of Utica. Looking right now, I haven't updated this yet for today, but we have only received just under 2 feet of snow so far this season, and the average is 45 inches. So we are about 2 feet away below average for snowfall for this season, but it is going to be busy this week in terms of winter weather. So this is definitely going to change, and we will really start to catch up this week. I'm not a traffic expert, but here's a traffic graphic. We are seeing some accidents, especially there's an accident west of Utica. There's one south of Utica, one towards Little Falls, St. Johnsville. Heading towards Syracuse, it looks fine, but definitely some traffic outside this morning, and cars driving definitely snow, which is the safe thing to do because a lot of the roads aren't plowed, and even if they are, they're a little bit slippery. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. We turn to Decision 2023.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with snow this morning. It is still going to be heavy through the morning, and then it will start to taper off this afternoon. Let's take a look now at our Utica National Tower camera overlooking Main Street in Cooperstown. As we can see here, snow still falling, snow-covered roadways, so definitely be careful on the roadways this morning. Some roads are unplowed, and that's going to make it really tricky. And there are other roads that even if they are plowed, they are going to be a little bit slippery because this is a heavy wet snow. It's not lake effect. Here's a look now at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We do see a couple of heavy bands of snow. One falling towards Cooperstown, Otsego County, up towards Little Falls, St. Johnsville. So we are looking at south and east of Utica, and one just south of Utica. We're looking at Hamilton, Norwich, up towards Utica. So definitely just be very careful this morning. Still seeing heavy snow with lighter snowfall north of the Mohawk Mohawk Valley because the area of the system is a nor'easter, so the heaviest snow bands are falling to the south and to the east as it does move off into the northeast. It looks to taper off this afternoon, and we look to dry out later on. So heading out the door today, definitely be very careful this morning. We are seeing snow, and this afternoon roads are still going to be a little bit slick. By this evening, just a few lingering flurries, and we will be dry. Mostly cloudy tonight, but this week is going to remain busy, unsettled, and we are going to see a return to winter with a lot of snow in the forecast for this week. Looking at temperatures this morning, we are kind of right around freezing. That is why the snow is going to be heavy and wet rather than that light, fluffy, and lake effect. We have 29 degrees in Whitesboro and Loudville and 31 degrees in Westmoreland. Looking to the south, 30 degrees in Cooperstown and in Norwich this morning, with high temperatures today remaining right around freezing. At this point, we already are seeing some snowfall. Once again, the heaviest is going to be south of Utica. We have Morris and Frankfort at 6 inches, Utica about 4.5 inches, Richfield Springs at 3 inches, and then Westdale, Old Forge up north just at 2 inches of snowfall. So from this morning for the rest of the afternoon until it tapers off, we're expecting another 2 to 4 inches for the heaviest bands. That's going to be south and east of Utica, and 1 to 2 inches for the rest of us, and that's for the rest of the day from this morning. Here's our skycast. It is showing the snow starting to taper off later this morning, and we will just be seeing a few lingering snow flurries through the afternoon and evening, but it is going to remain breezy and it's going to remain cloudy. Overnight, we remain dry and cloudy, and tomorrow we will be seeing lake effect actually come in for the day. We are looking at a couple of inches. We will keep you updated on that. We dry out once again heading into Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning looks dry and mostly cloudy, but then another system moves in. That brings in heavy snow for the afternoon and evening on Wednesday with a lingering mix into Thursday. So for the rest of this morning, expect heavier snowfall. It looks to lighten up for this afternoon, tapering off by this evening. It's going to remain breezy today, and tonight a few lingering snow flurries, but ultimately we do dry out. Tomorrow we see lake effect picking up for the day with high temperatures right around freezing once again. We dry out into Wednesday morning. Some more snow comes in Wednesday afternoon and evening due to our next system with the lingering wintry mix on Thursday, and we get a break on Friday, Gary.
And take your time this morning. A lot of plows out there, that's for sure.
Yes, definitely take your time. There are some roads that are unplowed, and even if they are, they're going to be kind of slippery.
Underneath, yep. Hannah, thank you. Well, there's a new medical study out this morning, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Libitor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And take your time out there this morning. There's a lot of snow out there.
Yes, we are seeing the heaviest of snow kind of falling in the Mohawk Valley, east of Utica and south because of the way the nor'easter is going, but it's heavy, wet snow. It's not lake effect, so it's going to be very slippery to drive over.
Yeah, I know we got a lot in North Utica and Deerfield on the way in.
Yes, so we're like I think 5 inches recorded so far in Utica, and then even more in area south. So we're still seeing heavy snow this morning. It will start to lighten up, but let's take a look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. This morning, once again, the heaviest of snow is falling south of the Mohawk Valley, and then we see that heavy band going into the Mohawk Valley as well. So we can see Otsego County, Shenango County, some of Madison, seeing that darker blue, that's heavier snow band. Moving up towards Utica, also seeing a darker blue color along with southern Herkimer County, but then heading up north, as we can see, the snow tapers off up there. So this is due to a low pressure system just off the coast, and this will continue to move up into the northeast before coming to an end this afternoon. But heading out the door, definitely grab the brush, the ice scraper, maybe more up the car to get things started, hat and gloves, and you don't use your sunglasses because even when the snow ends this afternoon, it's still going to remain cloudy. So snow this morning could be causing very hazardous travel. Be careful of that. Even if roads are plowed, it is going to be a little bit slippery because it is heavier and wetter than lake effect snow. We will be seeing lingering light showers into this afternoon before tapering off into the evening, but this week is going to remain busy. We continue to see unsettled wintry weather almost every day this week, and we will keep you updated on that. So for today, expect heavier snow to come to an end later this morning. Then we see just lingering light snow showers for the afternoon. It's going to remain breezy, and I will be talking a little bit more about snowfall totals and additional snowfall expected today. Coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks, and don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast, never more than 10 minutes away. Abortion rallies on both sides of the issue.
Welcome back. Here is a look now at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The heaviest of snow is falling through Norwich up towards the Utica area and then more into central Herkimer County. And then we do have another heavy band that's moving through the Cooperstown area up towards east of Herkimer County. So we are continuing to see heavy snowfall, especially south and east of Utica as it moves from the southwest to the northeast. That's kind of the track of the nor'easter. So we are expecting additional snowfall today. Still seeing heavy snow now, but I did make an additional snowfall map from 6 a.m. for the rest of the day. We will be seeing another 2 to 4 inches for the area seeing the heaviest of snow right now, and 1 to 2 inches for the rest of us. And once again, this is through the afternoon. We continue to see just a few lingering snow showers, but we do dry out tonight. But as you are heading out the door, I would definitely just be very careful. Even if the roads are plowed, it is going to be a little bit slippery because the snow is heavy and wet. It is going to be slick through the afternoon until it comes to an end this evening with dry conditions tonight. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. We'll check back in with you shortly. Well, a freaky find in a forest. Well,
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are seeing heavier snow falling this morning. It will start to taper off this afternoon, but roads may be a little bit slick. Let's take a look now at our Oneonta camera. This is brought to you by Mountain Ice Pain Relief Gel. We are seeing heavy snow falling at this point, as you can see here on our camera. Roads are covered in snow. Even when the plow does go through, it is going to be a little bit slippery because the snow is heavy and wet. So here's a look now at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The heaviest of snow is falling in a band from the southwest up towards the northeast. So east of Utica, south of Utica, that is where the heaviest of snow is going to be. Even a heavy band falling in Utica at this point, but this will continue to taper off. Even looking up north, not seeing a lot of snow in the Old Forge, Rome area. It is all kind of concentrated towards the east, and this is due to this nor'easter off the coast. This will continue to move up into the northeast, and we will see the snow taper off this afternoon. So heading out the door, we are seeing snow. Roads are going to be very hazardous. Be very careful when driving this morning. And even through the afternoon, the roads are still going to be slick. We see a few lingering snow showers through the evening, but ultimately the heavy snow ends this morning, and we will dry out tonight with cloudy skies. But weather this week is going to remain unsettled. It does look like winter is back. High temperatures all week are going to be right around freezing. So this morning we are right around freezing as well. That's what's kind of causing the heavier wet snow, not like the light fluffy lake effect. 29 degrees in Dalgeville and Whitesboro, 31 degrees in Westmoreland, and looking to the south, 30 degrees in Cooperstown and in Norwich. So far, once again, the heaviest of snow is falling east of Utica, south of Utica as well. 7.5 inches in east of Herkimer. Herkimer looks like they are getting hit the hardest at this point. 7 inches in Milford, 6.5 inches in New Hartford. We have 6 inches in Clinton and Frankfort, 5 inches already in Utica, and then up north, once again, not getting hit as hard, just 2 inches of snow in Old Forge. From 6 a.m. on, we will continue to see a few lighter snow showers, but it will really start to lighten up. We are expecting an additional 2 to 4 inches in the area seeing the heaviest of snow, so that's going to be south and east of Utica, and then 1 to 2 inches for the rest of us, including Rome, Old Forge. Once again, they are not really getting hit that heavy because the band of this snow is kind of falling this way. It's falling up to the northeast. It is falling south and east of Utica, even into Utica a little bit. But once again, we will be seeing additional snowfall today, with the heaviest band seeing 2 to 4 inches of additional snowfall from now through the end of the day. So let's take a look on our Skycast. It does look like the snow is going to start to taper off this morning. By noon, we will just be seeing a lingering snow flurry here and there. It is going to be breezy and cloudy for the rest of the day. We do dry out a little bit tonight with mostly cloudy skies, but then lake effect picks up tomorrow. It is going to remain unsettled tomorrow as well, with lake effect snow showers throughout the day. Heading into Wednesday, we will dry out once again. So we will start out Wednesday morning dry and mostly cloudy. But our next low pressure system moves through, and that brings heavy snow for the afternoon and evening on Wednesday, and that will linger as a wintry mix for Thursday. So for today, expect heavier snowfall this morning. It does start to taper off into the afternoon, coming to an end tonight. It is going to be breezy today with dry conditions coming in overnight. A few lingering snow flurries here and there, but ultimately we will dry out. Lake effect picks back up for tomorrow. Then we will be seeing dry weather coming in for Wednesday morning. Our next low pressure system brings heavy snow Wednesday afternoon and evening. That lingers as a wintry mix on Thursday, and we do get a break in this unsettled weather on Friday. So, Gary, it looks like winter's back.
Yeah, about time for all these snowmobilers and skiers, right?
I know, yes. So we're going to be seeing some snow through the week, even into next weekend, so that's good for them.
Yeah, good for them, that's for sure. Hannah, thank you. Well, if you are a fan of the music of ABBA, and thank you for joining us, I'm Gary Libator.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And what a start to the work week with a lot of snow.
Yes, we are seeing snow falling right now. Still heavy, but it is starting to move out. It will taper off into the afternoon and this evening.
Yeah, so just take your time out there, and a lot of kids having a delay this morning.
Yes, because roads, even if they are plowed, they're going to be slippery because the snow is heavy and wet. It's not really like lake effect. So let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 at Doppler radar. The heaviest of snow is still falling towards the south and east of Utica, as we can see here, because that is the way that the low pressure system is moving. It's from the southwest toward the northeast. That's where this path of the heaviest snow is moving. So as we can see here, south of Utica, that includes Norwich, Otsego County, they are seeing heavy snow at this time. Heading up towards Utica, Little Falls area, a little bit lighter, but still heavy. And then we're seeing lighter snow in the Rome or Forge area. This is just due to the path of the storm. And this will continue to move off into the northeast throughout this morning, tapering off this afternoon. But heading out the door, all of us are seeing snow. You definitely need the brush, the ice scraper, probably going to need to warm up the car just to get things started. Maybe the hat and gloves, and you don't need the sunglasses because even when this ends, it is going to remain cloudy today. So snow is occurring this morning. It will taper off into this afternoon with lingering snow showers, but overall slick roads are going to be the theme for today. So just be very careful when driving. Looking ahead, we do have a busy weather week ahead. It looks like winter has returned almost every day this week. We are expecting some type of snow. So for today, expect the heavy snow to taper off this morning into lingering snow showers. It is going to remain breezy, and I will talk a little bit more about snowfall totals and additional snowfall forecasts coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Let's get right to it now. Some local towns and villages have declared snow emergencies because of the storm, and those emergencies mean parking restrictions are in place. Right now, in the village of Ilion and the city of Oneonta, no parking is allowed on any streets. And in the village of Richfield Springs, anytime there is 3 inches of snow or more, there's no parking on any village street. So if you are parked on the street, you will get a ticket. And we'll keep an eye on things and pass along new information on local snow emergencies, as well as parking restrictions and school closures and delays on air and on our website at WKTV.com. Now, this story developing out of
Welcome back. We are going to continue to see heavy snow through this morning, and then it does start to taper off. But from now through the afternoon, we are expecting another 2 to 4 inches for areas south and east of Utica, and 1 to 2 inches for the rest of us. And once again, it's going to be heavy and wet, the snow. So just be very careful when driving. Higher elevations, maybe seeing a little bit more. I haven't updated this for today yet, but so far, not including today, we've only received about 2 feet of snow, when our average is about 4 feet of snow for this time of year. So we're about 2 feet off. That is definitely going to change from today and for this week. The unsettled winter weather does look to remain throughout the week, so it looks like winter has returned. I'm not really an expert with traffic here, but here's a look at Central New York's traffic on one of our graphs. So we are seeing here there are a couple of accidents. There is one south of Utica heading towards Norwich. We have one just east of Utica heading towards Rome, and we have another one heading towards Syracuse. We also have a couple of accidents over in the Albany area, along with the flow of it being slow with that yellow color. So just be very careful when driving around this morning in the snow. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. We are learning more thanks to Buckingham Palace about King Charles's coronation weekend coming up in
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are tracking heavy snow still lingering this morning, but it will start to taper off this afternoon. Let's take a look now at our Oneonta camera. This is brought to you by Mountain Ice Pain Relief Gel. We are seeing heavier snow down in Oneonta at this time. Be careful on the roads. Even if they are plowed, they are going to be a little bit slippery because the nature of this snow is heavy and wet. Here's a look now at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Once again, the darker blue is the heavier bands of snow that's falling in Otsego County, Madison, and Shenango. It is starting to move out of the Utica and the southern Herkimer County region. So as we can see here, lighter snowfall occurring in Rome, Old Forge, Boonville, with the heaviest of snow south and east of Utica. This is due to the path of the nor'easter. It is moving up into the northeast, and the band of the snow is moving from southwest to northeast. It will taper off this morning and end for this evening. So if you are heading out the door, take it slow. We are seeing snow on the roadways. Even if it is plowed, it is going to be slippery. Same thing goes for the afternoon. For the evening, it should get a lot better. Lingering snow flurries are possible with mostly cloudy skies and dry conditions coming in tonight. But the nature of the snow is heavy and wet because temperatures are just around freezing. We have 29 degrees in Clinton and Inlet and 30 degrees in New Hartford. Looking to the south, still around freezing. We have 30 degrees in Cooperstown and Morris and 31 degrees in Lawrence and in Milford this morning. So far, once again, heaviest of snow is mostly falling to the south and east of Utica. We have 8 inches in Cooperstown so far, 7.5 in East Herkimer, 6.5 in New Hartford, 6 inches in Clinton and Frankfort, 5 inches in Utica. So as you can see, we are starting to decrease the more north we go because we just have 2 inches this morning in Old Forge. From now until this afternoon, when it starts to taper off, we will be seeing the snow lighten up. So we are expecting an additional 2 to 4 inches in areas south and east of Utica and 1 to 2 inches for elsewhere. And higher elevations could see higher amounts of snowfall. So once again, this is just from now through the rest of this afternoon. The snow will start to lighten up. But we are going to continue to see unsettled weather for most of this week. So today, once again, snow starts to taper off late morning, early afternoon, with just a few lingering light snow showers or flurries for the rest of the day, along with breezy conditions. Tonight, we will dry out to cloudy skies, and tomorrow morning, pretty quickly, lake effect looks to pick up for most of the day, as we can see here, especially in the Tug Hill region. So we will keep you updated on that. Tomorrow overnight, we dry out into Wednesday morning. So we will be dry for the morning hours on Wednesday, but as we can see on our Skycast here, our next low pressure system starts to bring heavy snow Wednesday afternoon and evening. The snow will continue overnight, then turn into a wintry mix for Thursday. So we are tracking unsettled wintry weather for most of this week. The snow will taper off this morning. It's still heavy at this time, starting to taper off, and then we will dry out, seeing breezy conditions tonight. A few lingering snow flurries are possible, but ultimately we will be dry overnight. Lake effect looks to pick up tomorrow with our next system bringing in heavier snow Wednesday afternoon and evening. That turns into a wintry mix on Thursday as we warm up, and we do get a break in the snow on Friday, Gary.
So welcome back snow for all the snow lovers.
Yes, I know a lot of people were looking for it, so we're going to be getting a lot of snow, I would say, this week. Look at our 7-day, almost every day has snow on it.
Good for them, right?
Yes.
Hannah, thank you. Well, there's a new study out. Thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Libertor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And tricky travel out there this morning. There is a lot of snow on many of the roadways.
Yes, so snow is still heavy at this time, but it is going to start to taper off late morning, and then it will come to an end tonight. But even if the roads are plowed, it's going to be slippery because the snow is wet and heavy.
Yeah, and give those plows a little room, too.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
It is a little bit messy outside. So let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The snow is already starting to taper off. We can see it here, the Utica, Rome, Old Forge area. We are seeing lighter snow showers at this point. The heavy snow is still falling, though, south of Utica. So we're looking at the Little Falls area, Cooperstown, Hamilton, Norwich, Milford. They are seeing heavier snow at that hour, and this is because of the path of the low pressure system. But I'm going to zoom back here. You can see the way it's moving. It is going to continue to move off into the northeast before tapering off this afternoon. As you are heading out the door, I would definitely grab the brush, the ice scraper, maybe warm up the car, the hat and the gloves, because it is snowing for most of us, and you don't need your sunglasses today because even when the snow ends, it's going to remain cloudy. So snow is still falling pretty heavy this morning, especially for south of the Mohawk Valley. Be very careful when driving over roadways. And we are going to be seeing a lingering snow showers into this afternoon, but it really starts to lighten up late morning. this week is going to be very busy in terms of winter weather. We will continue to see unsettled weather for most of this week with some snowfall on most days. So looking ahead today, the heavy snow will taper off into a few light snow showers. It is going to remain breezy, and I will be talking a little bit more about snowfall totals and additional accumulation from now until the end of the day. Coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast never more than 10 minutes away. Abortion rallies on both sides of the issue.
Welcome back. We are seeing the heavier snow band shift here this morning. So we are seeing it move more towards the south and out of the Utica area. So still the Norwich, Shenango County area, Cooperstown, Otsego County, they are seeing heavier snow off into eastern Herkimer. And we are going to continue to see this shift. It will continue to shift south, and then it will come to an end later this afternoon with lingering snow showers through the evening. But the heavier snow does look to end this morning. We are going to be seeing additional snowfall today. So we're looking at 2 to 4 inches of additional snowfall in that Cooperstown area, including Shenango County and up towards eastern Herkimer. And then we are going to be seeing an additional 1 to 2 inches for the rest of us as the snow does start to taper off late this morning, early afternoon. But just be very careful when driving this morning. Even if an area is plowed, it's still going to be a little bit slippery because the snow is heavy and wet. Same thing goes for the afternoon, but it is going to get better throughout the day with just a few lingering showers for the evening and dry tonight. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. We'll check back in with you shortly. A freaky...
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are continuing to see heavy snow this morning, especially south of the Mohawk Valley. It looks to taper off into this afternoon. Let's take a look now at our Utica National Tower camera overlooking Main Street in Cooperstown. As you can see, pretty snowy. We are still seeing heavier snow fall in Cooperstown at this point. Roads are going to be a little bit messy this morning, even if it is plowed. As you can see here, it's plowed, but it is going to be slippery because it is that heavy and that wet snow. So definitely take it slow. Here is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 at Doppler radar. The snow band is continuing to move off into the southeast. So as we can see here, most of us were covered with the snow this morning, but it is kind of moving off into the southeast. We're seeing lighter snow showers in the Rome, Utica, Old Forge, even seeing not that much snow at all this morning. The heavier snow band is still concentrated south and east of Utica. So in the Cooperstown area, Hamilton, Norwich, and in Little Falls, Mohawk, Ilion, those areas, but this will continue to taper off throughout the morning, and we do look to dry out this afternoon with just a few lingering snow flurries. This is due to the path of the low pressure system. It is a nor'easter, so it is bringing rain to New York City and south of us, but we are seeing heavier snow at this time. It's going to be heavy and wet as well because it is from a low pressure system, but throughout this morning it will continue to move off into the northeast, as you can see here, and it will come to an end. So Nala likes the snow. She likes looking out at the snow, but she is a little bit upset she can't see her neighbors this morning. But they look like they're keeping each other company. This is Toby and Shinya keeping each other company, keeping each other warm in the blanket this morning because we are seeing snow showers. And for the evening, it's still going to be a little bit slippery outside because roads may still be a little bit slick as the snow is heavy and wet. So just take it slow on the roads this morning. It is heavy and wet as well because temperatures are right around freezing. 29 degrees in Clinton and Inlet, 30 degrees in New Hartford. Looking to the south, we have 30 degrees in Cooperstown and in Morris and 29 degrees in Emerson. Here are some updated snowfall totals as of right now. Once again, heaviest of snow falling east and south of Utica. We have Cooperstown and East Herkimer at 8 inches of snow. That looks like the most snow fell there at this point. 6.5 inches in New Hartford. We have 6 inches in Clinton, Frankfort, also in Morris. We have 5 inches in Utica. And then as we can see, as we get up north, it is a little bit lighter. Most of the snow did stay south due to the system. Just 2 inches in Old Forge. So from now on, we are going to be seeing more snow. Once again, heavy south and east of Utica. An additional 2 to 4 inches it can be expected from this morning through this afternoon in Otsego County area. Same thing with Shenango County and eastern Herkimer. Then we're looking at additional 1 to 2 inches for the rest of us, including up north. So for the rest of today, the snow will start to taper off as it does move out. So by this afternoon, just a few light lingering snow showers and flurries with cloudy skies and breezy conditions. We will remain dry and cloudy overnight, but lake effect quickly picks up for tomorrow. We are expecting to see lake effect throughout the day tomorrow, but then we will dry out once again tomorrow night into Wednesday morning. Wednesday is going to start out dry with cloudy skies, but Wednesday afternoon, another low pressure system moves through. This brings in heavy snow throughout the afternoon and night on Wednesday. That will change into a wintry mix for Thursday. So for today, expect the heavy snow to continue this morning, then taper off for a few light snow flurries the rest of the afternoon and evening with breezy conditions. And a few snow flurries are possible overnight with lake effect picking up early tomorrow. So we are expecting to see lake effect tomorrow with our next system coming in, bringing snow Wednesday afternoon and evening. That will change into a wintry mix for Thursday, and we do get a break on Friday. But Gary, looking at our 7-day, it looks like winter is back.
Yeah, very active 7-day forecast.
Yes, we are going to be busy this week because we are tracking snow for most of the days on our 7-day.
Welcome back, snow.
Yes.
Hannah, thank you. Well, if you are a fan of the music.
From where the news comes first, this is News Channel 2 at 7 a.m. on CW11.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Libertor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And take your time out there this morning. There's a lot of snow on the roads, but those plows are out there in full force trying to clear it for all of us.
Yes, so I would say a lot of the highways and stuff were plowed when I came in, but then the hill wasn't plowed for me, and then my parking lot wasn't plowed, so I would just be careful in the parking lots, I guess,
Yeah.
and like smaller roads, but the highways should be fine, a little bit slippery, but
Yeah,
that's it.
it is slick underneath that as well.
Yes, because it is heavy and wet snow, so just be careful this morning. And let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 at Doppler radar. The snow is starting to move out, so we see it is still heavy south and east of Utica, heavy in Norwich area down Shenango County, also in Cooperstown, Milford, and then over in Mohawk, Ilion, Little Falls. But as you can see, it's moving out. We see not even any snow up in Old Forge anymore, and lighter snow showers in the Rome, Utica area. We will continue to see this move off into the northeast, so I'm going to zoom it back and show you here. This is how it's moving. It's moving off into the northeast and moving out at this point. But heading out the door, definitely grab the brush, the ice scraper, warm up the car, your hat and gloves, and you don't need your sunglasses because we are going to be cloudy today. So snow continues this morning, especially heavy south and east of Utica. It does clear out, and we just see a few lingering showers, even snow flurries throughout the afternoon. But looking ahead to this week, it looks to remain unsettled, and it looks like winter has returned with snow almost every day this week in our forecast. So for today, expect heavy snow this morning, just a few light lingering showers as we clear out this afternoon. It's going to be breezy as well, and then we'll be talking a little bit more about our snowfall totals so far coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Let's get right to it now. Some local towns, villages, and cities have snow emergencies because of this storm, and those emergencies mean parking restrictions are in place. You can see right there, Ilion, Richfield Springs, and Oneonta have those in place. If you are on the street, you'll get a ticket. And we'll keep an eye on things and pass along any new information on local snow emergencies, as well as parking restrictions and school closures and delays on air and on our website at WKTV.com. Now, this story developing out of California, the suspect in a
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are tracking heavy snow south of the Mohawk Valley this morning, but it is going to continue to taper off. Let's take a look now at the Cavia Tower camera. The snow is really lightened up here in Utica. This is on top of Smith Hill. Looks like a winter wonderland. We are also seeing some icicles on our camera here this morning. And once again, waking up with a couple of inches here in Utica of accumulation with higher amounts south and east of Utica. Here's a look now at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Heavier snow once again falling south towards Otsego County and Cooperstown, along with east into East Herkimer. But it is continuing to move out, as we can see here on our radar and satellite. It will continue to move off into the northeast as this nor'easter does also continue to move off into the northeast. We will taper off for just a few lingering snow showers this afternoon with dry conditions tonight. So for today, just be very careful this morning. We are seeing heavy snow at this point south of the Mohawk Valley, but it is starting to clear out. And we are going to be seeing slick roads. Any roads that even are plowed, going to be a little bit slippery because the snow is heavy and wet. A few lingering flurries for the rest of the day, but travel should really improve by tonight. So right now we are seeing the most amount of snow once again south and east of Utica. We have Richfield Springs at 8.5 inches, Cooperstown and Herkimer at 8 inches, Milford, Sequoia 7, 6.5 in New Hartford, 5 inches in Utica, and once again north didn't really see that much, just 2 inches of Old Fort. And we are seeing higher totals in areas of hilltops and higher elevations. So additional snowfall from now until the end of the day. We're looking at 2 to 4 inches for areas south and east of Utica, and 1 to 2 inches for the rest of us. And this is just additional snowfall on top of snowfall we have already seen. So for the rest of today, we will continue to see that snow move out. It is going to stay around south of the Mohawk Valley a little bit longer before it moves out. And then we will just be seeing lingering snow showers for the rest of the day with breezy conditions and cloudy skies. Lake effect actually picks up overnight, so we will start to see lake effect snow for tomorrow. Little accumulation, but we are keeping an eye out on it. And then we dry out tomorrow overnight into Wednesday morning. Dry weather for Wednesday morning, but our next system moves through Wednesday afternoon. That starts to bring in heavy snow for Wednesday afternoon and evening. That will linger as a wintry mix for Thursday. So for today, we're still tracking heavy snow south and east of Utica. That will continue to clear out with a few lingering showers and breezy conditions. And tonight, lake effect picks up overnight. So lake effect is the theme for tomorrow. Then we will be seeing another round of heavy snow coming in Wednesday afternoon and evening. That lingers as a wintry mix into Thursday as we warm up. We dry out on Friday. We get a little bit of a break with a few snow flurries, but then over the weekend we see more wintry mix and snow showers. So on our 7-day, it's looking way more like a winter 7-day. And we are also going to continue to see unsettled weather through most of this week.
Us quite a wild ride for many earlier this morning as we saw a number of inches of snow fall overnight throughout the region. It's quiet out there now, but is more on the way? Meteorologist Hannah Evans is tracking it all in the Weather Center. Good afternoon to you, Hannah.
Good afternoon, Gary. At this point, we are just seeing a few lingering areas of light snow showers and flurries, and we will be completely dry tonight. So let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. As you can see, very light showers in Otsego County. A few flurries even moving through Oneida County, through the Rome and Boonville area. But at this point, we are mostly dry, seeing cloudy skies, and the roads may still be a little bit slippery, but it looks like a lot of the roads are cleared out. Here's a look at the snowfall totals. The heaviest did fall south and east of Utica. We had a foot in Cooperstown, 11.5 inches in Little Falls, 10 inches in Ilion, 9 inches in Westford, 8 inches in Utica, and then up north, kind of north and west, it did see less. So we had just 4 inches in Rome and even Boonville, just 4 inches. So just a few lingering snow flurries this afternoon. We will dry out tonight with a round of lake effect tomorrow. At this point, I'm thinking just 1 to 3 inches widespread. And then even looking ahead, this week is going to be pretty busy in terms of winter weather. We will continue to see unsettled weather through the weekend. So for today, expect cloudy conditions, a few snow flurries with breezy conditions. And I will be talking a little bit more about the unsettled weather and what to expect this week coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. We turn our attention now to the mass shooting.
York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are just seeing a few lingering light snow showers and flurries, but we are mostly dry at this point, seeing breezy conditions and cloudy skies. But let's take a look now at our Oneonta camera. This is brought to you by Mountain Ice Pain Relief Gel. As we can see here, a few snow flurries still in the air, but all of us covered with snow here this morning and afternoon. And it doesn't look like it's going to be melting since temperatures are still a little bit below freezing. Here's a look now at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. As we can see here, just a few light snow flurries in Oneida County and the Rome-Boonville area. We're also seeing a few light snow flurries in Otsego County, including Cooperstown and Oneonta. But at this point, the heaviest snow has since moved out, and we will continue to dry out. But we are going to continue to see breezy conditions for the rest of the day. It's going to feel chilly outside, and blowing snow is possible, so just be careful when driving. So Nala likes looking at the snow, but she was a little upset this morning that she couldn't see her neighbors earlier. But now she can, since we are starting to clear out. We are seeing Toby and Sheena. They are keeping each other warm under the blanket. So cute here. but just be careful when traveling this afternoon and this evening because slick roads and slippery conditions are still possible along with blowing snow. According to our sky watchers, we are right around just below freezing. It doesn't look like snow is going to be melting. We have 27 degrees in Old Forge, 29 degrees in Cassville, and 32 degrees in Otsego. We will continue to see temperatures stay just around the same today, and it is going to feel cooler because 10 miles per hour wind speed being measured at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome, and we could be seeing gusts up to 25 miles per hour, so it is definitely going to be feeling cooler than the actual temperature outside. We are going to continue to see unsettled weather for the rest of this week, so let's take a look on our skycast. For the rest of the day, just still a few lingering snow flurries, but we ultimately dry out tonight. Still see breezy conditions overnight. Lake effect actually picks up for the day tomorrow. A general, I would say 1 to 3 inches can be expected. Not heavy snow like we did see today, and it is going to be light, fluffy lake effect. Temperatures are going to be just around freezing and still a little bit breezy tomorrow. We dry out tomorrow night into Wednesday morning, so waking up Wednesday, we should be dry, mostly cloudy, but our next system brings in heavier snow Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening, as we can see here on our skycast, and there is a possibility it does change over to mixed precipitation for Thursday as we do start to warm up above freezing. So for the rest of today, lingering light snow showers and flurries. It will remain cloudy and breezy with cloudy skies and breezy conditions tonight, actually getting pretty chilly overnight. Tomorrow we see lake effect snow throughout the day, and then we are going to dry out tomorrow night into Wednesday morning. Our next system brings in heavier snow Wednesday afternoon and evening, possibly a wintry mix on Thursday, and we get a break from the winter weather on Friday, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Now to the memorial service honoring the life. Once again, here is meteorologist Hannah Evans.
We are starting to see the snow come to an end. We are just going to be seeing a few light snow flurries lingering this afternoon, and we will dry out tonight. Here's a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Once again, very light snow flurries moving through Oneida County and through Otsego County at this point, but most of our accumulation and heavy snowfall is done for the day. We will just be seeing cloudy skies and breezy conditions. And here's a look at the totals. We had a foot of snow in Cooperstown. The heaviest of the snow did fall south and east of Utica. 11.5 inches in Little Falls, 10 inches in Ilion, 9 inches in Westford, 8 inches in Utica, and west and north saw way less than east and south. So we're looking at just 4 inches of Rome, even just 2 inches in Old Forge. So again, the heaviest of it did fall south and east of Utica. Still seeing a few lingering snow flurries in these areas. We will dry out tonight and see lake effect tomorrow. It's probably going to be just about 1 to 3 inches generally of accumulation of lake effect tomorrow. And it's not over. We will continue to see snowfall this week, unsettled weather, and we will keep you updated on that. So for the rest of today, just a few lingering snow flurries, cloudy skies, and breezy conditions. I will talk a little bit more about the unsettled weather for the rest of this week coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Abortion rallies on both sides of the issue took place around the country.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are tracking just a few lingering snow flurries for the rest of the afternoon, but the heavy snow has since moved out. So let's take a look now at our Utica National Tower camera. This is overlooking Main Street in Cooperstown. As we can see, we all did see some snow, about a foot of snow in Cooperstown, but the roads are mostly cleared out. They may just be a little bit slippery because this snow was heavy and wet. It wasn't light and fluffy like lake effect. And we're still just seeing a few snow flurries lingering down in Otsego County as well as in the Rome, Utica area. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 with Doppler radar, but that heavy snow has since moved out of the region off into the northeast. We are just going to be seeing cloudy skies and breezy conditions for the rest of the day, so it is going to feel a little bit cooler than the actual temperature outside. So we do have 33 degrees in Mohawk and Cooperstown and 29 degrees in Cassville and Boonville. At this point, since temperatures are right around freezing, we are not really going to be seeing the snow melting. We are going to see the snow stick around, but just be very careful for slippery conditions on the roads for the rest of the afternoon and evening. Once again, we are going to feel a little bit cooler. I would say around 10, 12 degrees cooler than the actual temperature outside due to this wind speed, 10 miles per hour coming in at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome, with gusts today possibly reaching up to 25 miles per hour. So it is going to remain cloudy and breezy for the rest of today, but we are going to be drying out. So for the rest of the today, once again, just a few lingering snow flurries, cloudy skies, breezy conditions with temperatures right around freezing. Tonight, we remain dry with cloudy skies, a low in the 20s, and we continue to see unsettled weather tomorrow. Lake effect is possible for the day tomorrow. Generally, 1 to 3 inches can be expected for all of us. We are keeping an eye out on that, but it is also going to remain cloudy and breezy throughout the day tomorrow. We do dry out heading into Wednesday morning. So Wednesday, we start out chilly, right around 20 degrees, dry conditions, cloudy skies, and our next low pressure system approaches Wednesday afternoon. So highs will be right around freezing, and then we see heavy snow start to come in Wednesday afternoon and evening. It is possible it is going to linger as a wintry mix into Thursday as we warm up a little bit more. But for the rest of today, just a few lingering snow flurries, cloudy skies, breezy conditions with dry weather coming in tonight, and it will remain breezy overnight. Tomorrow, lake effect is possible. A general 1 to 3 inches can be expected. Our next system looks to come in Wednesday afternoon. We are going to be seeing heavier snow at this time. That may linger into a wintry mix on Thursday as we warm up, and we get a break in the unsettled weather for Friday. We'll be right back.
Copeland.
I'm Jason Powless. The snow has come to an end for now, but not before setting us up for some serious shoveling.
And that's right, especially in Otsego County and parts of Herkimer County. Heavy, wet snow there. And now we have to get ready to bring in tomorrow. We have Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis tracking from the Weather Center on what's to come.
Pretty active weather pattern this week. The jet stream is setting up where we're going to be dealing with multiple events going forward. Let's talk about the next one, and that's going to be Wednesday for most of us. Some lake effect snow tomorrow, too. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things are settling down, just a couple of flurries in the air. But the accumulations are done, and a lot of places getting hit pretty hard, especially east of Utica. In many areas, this is the first and most significant snowfall of the season, especially in places that didn't get the heavy lake effect snow. Totals ranged between about 8 to 12 inches with that storm veering west at the last minute. We have an alert day for Wednesday. We're expecting the next one to arrive. This one bringing heavy snow north of the Mohawk Valley. Our concern now is heading towards power outages. You can see the heavy wet snow on trees, especially higher elevations with some wind and with additional snowfall. That is a concern of ours, a growing concern of ours with dealing with another wet snowfall. And we also are going to be talking about a wintry mix with this one too, so more on that coming up. Current temperature is 29 degrees as we head into this evening. Temperatures will be below freezing, and again, just a few flurries in the air. Traveling will continue to be okay this evening, tonight. And also for most of tomorrow, though, we are going to be tracking some lake effect snow, especially north. We've got to look at a very active forecast coming up. Back over to you.
There's more tragic news from Monterey Park at California.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We continue to track a pretty active week of weather here in Central New York. We have multiple weather systems to watch. The next big one happening Wednesday and into Wednesday night. Let's take a live look outside. This is our Mountain Ice Pain Relief Gel tower cam overlooking Oneonta. Seen a little bit of daylight out there. Today is the first day the sun has set after 5 o'clock. We hit that milestone today, so the days are getting brighter. Picking up a decent snowfall today. We have some local artists in town. This picture, Clinton Street in New York Mills. A fantastic way to enjoy the snow, and it does look like we'll be getting more snow here as we head later into the week. Again, our next widespread chance of snow on Wednesday. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. More bands of some light snow showers, some lake effect snow showers, mainly south and west of Utica. The winds are going to turn into the northwest, so we will be seeing a band develop off of Lake Ontario as we head into tonight and tomorrow as this nor'easter continues to pull away from us. Still snowing out towards Boston. Again, this system heading to the north and east. And as it departs, again, it turns the winds into the northwest. This will create some scattered lake effect snow showers as we head into Tuesday. Tonight, we're looking at cloudy skies, a couple of flurries in the air, but on Tuesday, especially Tuesday afternoon, there will be some bands of lake effect snow to the north across northern Oneida County, Lewis County, and into northern Herkimer County, producing some accumulation. That band will gradually turn south as we head into tomorrow evening and may occasionally impact parts of the Mohawk Valley, but the snow will be generally light. The air isn't all that cold, but it is an unusual winter where the lakes have stayed quite warm, and so we are seeing some lake effect snow showers here. Things quiet down as we head into tomorrow night. And again, we're expecting to pick up some accumulation during the day tomorrow. We think an inch or two of snowfall north of the Mohawk Valley, north of Utica, Boonville up towards Old Forge, perhaps as much as 2 to 4 inches of snow. The Tug Hill, there could be places here, especially the hilltop locations, picking up more than 4 inches of snow, and just a dusting to maybe an inch or two of snowfall again tomorrow afternoon in the Mohawk Valley. Wednesday, low pressure swinging to our west, so this will not take the same pattern that the storm yesterday did, but it still brings some snow. On the front end, we're looking at snow developing heading into Wednesday afternoon, widespread snow, and it's going to be that wet snow that's going to stick to the trees. This could become problematic because the higher elevations have this really thick cake of ice and snow on them, and our primary concern with this one is this could be enough where we could see some power outages because there will be some wind with this. And again, just with that snow still caked on the trees, concerning for us here in the higher elevations. As far as snowfall goes here, 2 to 5 inches is expected Wednesday and Wednesday night. Again, some mixing is possible south of the Mohawk Valley, some sleet, freeze, and rain possible from Route 20 south. North of the valley, we think there's going to be what we call upslope snow, where the wind is moving up and over the Mohawk Valley, squeezing out 5 to 10 inches of snow. There's more snow expected Thursday. We will have additional maps for that as we head into tomorrow. So again, that takes us through Wednesday night. Snow showers tonight, low of 25. Tomorrow, again, more snow showers, especially north, an inch or two of lake effect accumulation. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Again, that alert day for Wednesday, snow during the day, slippery spots. It's that wet snow. It's going to stick to the trees again. Rain and snow showers here Thursday. We're dry Friday, and we're tracking some more light snow as we head into the weekend. Temperatures not all that cold. We're still right around 30 degrees for the most part all week.
And while a lot of this snow, it looks so pretty on the trees, that was really like heavy to shovel today.
Yeah, and it might lead to power outages here later in the week.
All right, Bill, thank you.
Thank you.
We are following breaking news into the News Channel 2.
The streak is over, Bill.
It's been a full month since we've had any significant snowfall here in Utica. We've been getting some small events, but today the streak ends. 8 inches recorded in Utica, the largest snowfall so far this season. Again, the last one was back on December 23rd. So where we stand for totals now for the city of Utica, we're now over 30 inches, 31.6 inches. We are now behind by 17 inches, which is less than where we were before the weekend. We were close to 2 feet behind average. So we are playing catch up, and we have more events in the future. The next one being on Wednesday with the next widespread snowfall. A reminder, now that we've had our first widespread heavy snow, to keep fire hydrants clean. Make sure that they're dug out. And it's easy to forget about things like this, but again, just a reminder that you want to keep them clean throughout the whole winter season. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. A couple of flurries still lingering. We will see some lake effect snow showers develop as we head into tonight and tomorrow, but in general, it's pretty quiet this evening. Traveling will be fine. Looking at generally wet roadways, some flurries in the air. Our next weather system moves in for Wednesday. This will bring another widespread snowfall to central New York. We're taking a look at that coming up. Back over to you.
Bill, thank you. Happening right now, another drive-through food.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are taking a live look outside. This is our Cabby Tower Cam where we're looking at the city of Utica. The visibility is good. Just a couple of flurries in the air this evening. Traveling is much, much better compared to this time yesterday. This nor'easter continues to move to the east, and the weather will quiet down as we head into tonight. This live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. There are a few flurries that are continuing south and west of Utica, Madison and Chenango County. The winds right now are aligned from the northwest. As this nor'easter departs, the winds are going to turn into the west, and so what that's going to do is bring some lake effect snow showers into the area as we head into Tuesday. So again, that main storm moving away. And again, tracking some light snow here for Tuesday before the next one arrives on Wednesday. Sequoia, this was the same this morning from Bill, picking up over 9 inches of snow. Of course, this was in the morning, so likely more than that. We are tracking our sky watchers here, some snowfall totals to pass along. 12 inches in Curtis Corners, Norway picking up 7.5 inches. Less snowfall north of the Mohawk Valley. Barneveld 4.5 inches, Middleville 8.5 inches of snow. Southern Valley's taking the brunt of this one. Edmonston 8 inches of snow, Richfield 8 inches, 9 inches in Mohawk, Paynes Hollow checking in with 10 inches. Our Storm Tracker 2 Skycast again tracking some lake effect snow showers and flurries tonight and tomorrow. Most of this activity remains north of the Mohawk Valley during the daytime on Tuesday, and again a fluffy inch or two of snow is possible throughout the day. Tuesday evening the winds turn more northwesterly, so some snow showers and flurries are expected in the Mohawk Valley. This activity looks pretty light, but again don't be surprised, don't be alarmed if it's snowing at some point during the day tomorrow, likely later in the day for the Mohawk Valley. This comes to an end as we head into tomorrow night. Temperatures will remain below freezing. Accumulations during the day tomorrow, again, a trace to 2 inches in the Mohawk Valley. North of the valley, 2 to 4 inches of snowfall. Boonville, Old Forge, picking up a few fluffy inches of snow. More than 4 inches of snow possible along the Tug Hill. Let's talk about Wednesday. Low pressure tracking to the west, which typically produces a wintry mix. I think the front end here will be mainly snow, and it's going to be that heavy, wet snow, that wet, sticky snow sticking to the trees. We've seen a few of these already. The concern here is there's going to be some wind involved, and I think there's going to be a higher than usual risk of power outages. There's a really thick cake of snow on the higher elevations. The snow and ice from last week's storms have not melted, and I think adding more of this plus wind could cause some serious issues in the higher elevations. So that's something we'll be keeping an eye on. As far as snowfall totals, the early call here, 2 to 5 inches of snow in the Mohawk Valley and Southern Valleys. Some ice could mix in with this as well. We got to be careful of that too, because that could lead to locally lower totals south of the Mohawk Valley. North of the valley, 5 to 10 inches of snow. There's going to be a south wind, something called upslope snow, where there could be some locally higher totals here. We'll continue to keep this map updated. Also want to point out, more snow is expected Thursday. The map for that, not out yet, but we will be putting that out likely tomorrow to give you an idea of how much we can expect Thursday, because this is going to be a 2-day event. Snow showers tonight down to 25. Tomorrow, looking at snow showers, again, some accumulation north of the valley, a high of 34. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Again, on Wednesday, that wet snowfall, some snow showers mixing in with rain showers on Thursday. The precipitation Thursday will be lighter compared to Wednesday. Friday, we're dry, and then we're tracking another low pressure center, bringing us some light snow and some snow chances as we head into the weekend. We'll be right back.
Fall that resulted in a number of delays and closures has stopped, giving people a chance to shovel.
Oh, fun times, right? Another round of the snow maybe in the works, however. So to get you prepared on what you might be heading our way, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Hey, it looks like a pretty active week of weather. Our next widespread snowfall expected Wednesday, but some of us will be getting snow on Tuesday, especially north of the Mohawk Valley with some lake effect snow. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radars, and flurries continue south and west of Utica, Hamilton, I should say Madison and Shenango County seeing some of those flurries. And we picked up several inches, more than we were expecting. That storm turning northwest, the band of heaviest snow dropping right in our area, leading to about 8 to 12 inches of snow from Utica points east. And again, many of us getting several inches of snow. We have an alert day, Storm Tracker 2 alert day for Wednesday. Widespread snow. The heaviest looks to be north of the Mohawk Valley. This time around, our concern is power outages, especially hilltops. There's a cake of rime ice on trees, and we think there's going to be more wet snow accumulation plus wind, which could lead to power outages and tree damage. So that is a big concern of ours. Again, just for the higher elevations, and then a wintry mix could also be involved here too, south of the Mohawk Valley. So another challenging weather system to get through, and we've got to look at the snowfall forecast coming up. Current temperature 29 degrees. It's quiet this evening. Got a couple of flurries in the air. We've got to look at that active weather this week. Look at the forecast that's coming up. Back over to you.
Bill, thank you. An Albany Area School District.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are taking a live look outside. This is our CAV Tower Cam as we look down the Mohawk Valley. We expect the weather to remain generally quiet this evening. So if you're looking to go out, maybe going out to dinner, running some errands, no issues here weather-wise. We are seeing generally decent road conditions across the area. It's a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. A couple of flurries are still falling in Madison and Chenango County. As the nor'easter departs, it turns the winds into the northwest. So we do expect to see some developing lake effect snow showers, especially north of the Mohawk Valley as we head into the day tomorrow. Have a look at this picture. This is Clinton Street in New York Mills. We have some artists across central New York. A very creative picture here. We do always appreciate that. And there was plenty of snow to make things like that, snowmen and all kinds of things with about 6 to 12 inches of accumulation across most areas. There were lesser amounts of snow north, Barneveld 4.5 inches, but many of us got more than 6 inches. Middleville 8.5 inches, 12 inches in Curtis Corners. Across the Southern Valleys are Skywatchers, Jim in Richfield with 8 inches, Helen and Cassville 9.5 inches, Morris 9 inches of snow, and West Lawrence checking in with 8 inches of snow last night and today. Looking at our skycast again, as the storm departs, the winds turn into the northwest, and even though it's not all that cold, it's cold enough to generate some lake effect snow showers. Remember, the lakes have been pretty warm this winter. We haven't had all that cold weather yet. Tomorrow morning, looking at just a few scattered snow showers. The lake effect snow stays north of the valley during the daytime. In the evening, a few of those bands drop south. It's generally light. We're only talking about snowfall rates up to about 1/2 inch per hour here. Temperatures climb into the low 30s. Lake effect snow showers come to an end as we head into tomorrow night. So we do pick up some snowfall over the next 24 hours from this. A general trace to 2 inches in and south of the Mohawk Valley. 2 to 4 inches of a very fluffy snowfall possible in Boonville and Old Forge, and more than 4 inches of snow possible in the Tug Hill again through tomorrow night. The next area of low pressure arrives on Wednesday. This develops during the day, so we're dry in the morning, but by the afternoon, a wet snowfall is expected to move across central New York, likely mixing in with some sleet and freezing rain, especially south of the Mohawk Valley. Wednesday and Wednesday night, we're expecting a general 2 to 5 inches of accumulation for most areas. Again, some mixing possible south of the Mohawk Valley. North of the valley, there's going to be something called upslope snow. A south wind's going to squeeze out some extra snowfall in some of the south-facing hilltops just north of the valley. 5 to 10 inches of snow expected here. There will be some more snow on Thursday. We'll be putting out a map on that soon. Heading into tonight, snow showers down to 25. Tomorrow, scattered snow showers, especially north of the valley, 34 for the high. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. But Thursday, rain and snow showers, 35 degrees. We're dry Friday, and then we're tracking more snow as we get into the weekend. Back over to you.
Bill, thank you. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6. The best plays. We'll get to all those stories in a moment. First, though, we want to bring in Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis to look at the forecast because there's an alert day on Wednesday, and we want everybody to know ahead of time. This is no surprise, right?
Yeah, and we're talking about things that we've been dealing with already this winter. We've got some snow. We might have a mix here, too. One of the things this time around that we're going to try and emphasize is this idea of power outages. As you know, driving up Smith Hill, it looks so different up here.
Yeah, it's a lot different than it is down in the valley. Explain why.
Yeah, we've got all this rime ice on the trees, and this could become very problematic here as we head into tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Wednesday and into Wednesday night, for the possibility of some power outages as that snow sticks to the trees and makes them quite heavy. Let's take a look at what's going on out there this evening. Just a couple of flurries taking place across central New York. We do have some snow in the forecast as we head into tonight and tomorrow from some lake effect snow. In the wake of this nor'easter, we will see some snow showers and some accumulation. It is pretty quiet out there now on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, but we will be seeing some lake effect snow showers developing tonight and tomorrow. Our current temperature is 28 degrees, and as we head into tonight, temperatures will slowly cool down. We'll be in the mid-20s with some flurries overnight. Again, some light snow here during the day tomorrow, and then tracking another mess for Wednesday. Look at that forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, the very latest on the shooting.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are taking a live look outside. This is our Mountain Ice Pain Relief Gel Tower Cam overlooking Oneonta. And we are looking at a pretty quiet night across the area. Just a few flurries in parts of central New York. Live look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are tracking some snow showers to the north, looking up towards Old Forge. And we'll go ahead and zoom in and show you what we're talking about here. It's this area that is the beginning of some lake effect precipitation. This is just off of the shore of Lake Ontario. We have a west wind that's taking place. And again, just this light activity is the beginning of some lake effect snow showers that we'll be tracking here as we head into tomorrow. Nor'easter now well to our east. We'll continue to move out of central New York. And again, it did produce a decent amount of snow turning west closer to our area than anticipated. And that led to some pretty heavy snowfall across the area. And actually, beautiful snow sculpture here. We've got an alpaca and two snowmen here. This is in New York Mills on Clinton Street. And a reminder to keep the fire hydrants clean now that we've had our first decent widespread snowfall across all of central New York. Earlier today, our tower cam captured this beautiful shot of Smith Hill. And what I want to point out here is the snow, the rime ice that has accumulated on the hilltops. It's this combination of ice and snow in the higher elevations that is on the trees that we're going to see heavy wet snow on Wednesday, and that could become problematic, and that could cause more power outages in the hilltop locations. One thing at a time, though. Tonight, some scattered snow showers north of the Mohawk Valley. The accumulations look to be pretty light. Temperatures will be in the 30s during the day. The west winds keep the bands of snow generally north. In the evening, the band does occasionally drop south into the Mohawk Valley, and that could produce an inch or two of fluffy accumulation in Utica out towards Rome. North of Utica and Rome, as much as 2 to 4 inches of accumulation towards Boonville and Old Forge, and more than 4 inches is possible along the Tug Hill. On Wednesday, a storm moves to our west, a western runner. This will create some widespread snow on the front end, that wet snow that sticks to everything. It can make roadways very slippery during the daytime hours. The evening commute can be quite messy here on Wednesday before it switches over to some sleet and freezing rain, especially south of the Mohawk Valley. This is a look at the snowfall from Wednesday through Wednesday night. 2 to 5 inches for most of the Mohawk Valley and southern valleys. North of the valley, there could be as much as 5 to 10 inches of accumulation. A south wind creates what is called upslope snow. Very specific wind direction typically produces more snowfall in certain areas along and just north of the Mohawk Valley. There will be more snow Thursday. We will be putting more snowfall maps to address that in the coming days. Snow showers tonight down to 25. Tomorrow, some scattered snow showers. And again, lake effect snow north with an inch or two of accumulation, high of 34. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Again, Wednesday, watching that wet snowfall. Power outages a concern along higher elevations. We've got some wind there too. On Thursday, a mix of some rain and snow showers. Friday, we're dry, and then tracking some more light snow as we head into the weekend. We'll be right back.
All those stories in a moment, but first we want to bring in Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis because there's an alert day on tap for Wednesday.
Yeah, we're talking about snow and possible power outages. We have this thick layer of snow on the trees on the higher elevations. And when we combine this with more wet snow and wind, it could really lead to some issues here. So that's a concern. In addition to that, folks that will be driving here Wednesday afternoon will want to pay attention to this because we could be talking about some tricky travel. Out there this evening, this is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are tracking pretty quiet weather. We, of course, had quite a bit of snow earlier today. That has come to an end, and things are beginning to dry out tonight. We will be tracking some lake effect snow as last night's nor'easter moves up and out to sea. The winds will turn into the west, and we should see some lake effect snow develop and produce some accumulation for areas north of the Mohawk Valley. Current temperature is 30 degrees. We're below freezing, but not by that much. It will only make it into the mid-20s tonight, which is relatively mild for the coldest time of the year. Just a couple of flurries in the air. Tracking some lake effect snow showers tomorrow and this alert day for snow and wind on Wednesday. Look at that forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. We're following breaking news now.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look outside. This is our Mountain Ice Pain Relief Gel Tower Cam overlooking Oneonta. Weather tonight looking much quieter than it did at this time yesterday. We are tracking pretty quiet conditions on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Really not much to show you here, but I do want to look towards the north here. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on the western side of Lake Ontario. Notice some late returns showing up here. This is the beginning of some lake effect snow showers. As winds turn westerly, we'll start to see the bands develop as a nor'easter continues to move away from central New York out to sea. The winds are going to turn more into the west, and that does generate some lake effect snow showers as we head into the day tomorrow. Lots of snow today. Some folks are having fun. This is Clinton Street, New York Mills. Look at this sculpture. This is a masterpiece right here. This is worth showing on the news. We always do appreciate folks sending us in pictures. A reminder with the snow that you also want to make sure your fire hydrant is clear. And again, with the first widespread heavy snowfall of the season, definitely important to make sure that those things are easy to access in the case of an emergency. Earlier today, this was the view from our tower cam. Look at the trees. This is called rime ice. This is a concern for Wednesday. This buildup of ice and snow on the trees combined with wind could lead to tree damage and power outages across the area. So it is something that we are concerned about because we do have some wind in the forecast. Breezy conditions, windy conditions tomorrow and Wednesday, wind gusts between about 25 to 35 miles an hour over the next 2 days. Again, could lead to power outages in some areas that are seeing some of that rime ice. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight. Lake effect snow showers will develop to the north. It's dry for the morning commute, but there will be a few scattered snow showers throughout the day tomorrow, especially north of the Mohawk Valley, as temperatures remain right around freezing. This could produce a quick inch or two of fluffy snow, especially north of the Mohawk Valley. Thinking a trace to 2 inches in the valley, 2 to 4 inches of snow north of the Mohawk Valley, 4 inches of snow or more possible along the Tug Hill. This is just for tomorrow. Then, as we get into Wednesday, low pressure to the west will be approaching our area. This brings widespread wet snowfall, wet being the kind of snow that's sticky, it's hard to move around. It's also very slippery, so even a small amount of this could create difficult driving conditions, and I think this will be the case Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening. This will eventually mix in with some sleet freezing rain Wednesday night. Snowfall forecast, the early call Wednesday and Wednesday night, 2 to 5 inches of accumulation in the Mohawk and Southern Valleys, 5 to 10 inches of snow possible north of the Mohawk Valley. With a south wind, there will be localized higher totals along south-facing hilltops. And then again, this takes us through Thursday morning. There will be some additional snow accumulation Thursday. We will post additional snowfall maps as we get closer. Snow showers tonight down to 25. Tomorrow, looking at more snow showers, especially north. Breezy afternoon, a high of 34. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. And watch out for some power outages on Wednesday in addition to some tricky travel Wednesday afternoon. Wind and snow showers Thursday, 35. We're dry Friday, and then more snow is in the cards as we head into the weekend with highs in the low to mid 30s. We'll be right back.